U.S. District Judge Michael McShane says he will issue his ruling on a case challenging Oregon's ban on same-sex marriage today around noon. But the National Organization for Marriage just a few hours ago filed this emergency motion for a stay, which could halt McShane's decision. Lane County District Attorney Alex Gardner says this investigation wasn't handled any differently than a case that does not involve high-profile student athletes. Conditions out here are absolutely treacherous. Now, as you walk on the snow, you can hear that crunching. That's because a layer of ice has formed on top of the snow. Just moments ago, the jury handed down its guilty verdict in the sexual abuse case. Take a look at these mailboxes, a swastika painted on each. Ground crews are working to create fire lines and helicopters are fighting the blaze from the sky. Workers will begin picking these Pinot Noir grapes in the coming weeks. The first same-sex couple to get a marriage license here in Lane County was so optimistic the court would rule in their favor that they actually got here at 9:30 this morning. Jennifer and Brian, people are cheering behind me. They're really excited. The doors just opened a second ago here at Best Buy. And now let me take a step back so you can see just how far the line goes. Now it stretches all the way down the side of the store and around the back. But Best Buy says this line is nothing compared to what it's been in the past. Claire Aubin is just one volunteer at the University of Oregon's Women's Center who is putting pressure on the U of O administration after information surfaced about an alleged rape involving 3 basketball players.
It creates a culture on campus that makes our campus a safe space for perpetrators rather than survivors if those perpetrators are people in power. And so many people are so tired of that being the narrative here, and we don't want it to continue any longer.
The Women's Center says less than 2 weeks ago, it rallied to raise awareness about sexual assaults.
We are outraged.
But feels its message is often ignored.
This keeps happening. This is not the first time, and it will probably not be the last time that athletes or members of a powerful group on campus are in the middle of allegations like this.
Last week, the White House Task Force to Protect Students from Sexual Assault released new data, stating 1 in every 5 women is sexually assaulted during college. Research done right here at the University of Oregon.
We've heard a lot of talk about prevention being important to the University of Oregon, but we don't see a whole lot of action. It needs to become the priority that it should be because it's a national health crisis.
While researchers say they're not studying this particular rape allegation, the U of O is at the forefront of their study.
Research has shown that when institutions like universities minimize sexual assault, it actually does more harm to survivors. Survivors end up feeling worse and having more symptoms of trauma when universities betray them in those ways.
And they're pushing for transparency from the university in not only this case, but all other rape cases in the future.
To be open to share data, not to cover up these crimes and let them kind of hide in various forms of reporting mechanisms that don't go through. We'd like some transparency to happen.
It doesn't matter if it's a hard time to be a duck right now because it's a much harder time to be a rape survivor.
It started early in the morning near Autzen Stadium when police say Ricardo Cheney stole a black BMW from residents in the Kinsrow area.
A couple had their BMW stolen and they were actually put in a trunk and kidnapped.
Everyone safely escaped from the trunk at some point. Hours later, the Mendocino County Sheriff's Office says it found that car and Cheney.
And actually got in an altercation with a business owner on the northern end of Mendocino County where shots were exchanged between him and the business owner. And the business owner called 911.
Cheney then led deputies on a chase, ending in the coastal town of Cleone in Northern California. That was where shots rang out between Cheney and authorities.
The suspect fired between 6 and 7 rounds at the lieutenant before the lieutenant fired at him.
During that firefight, Cheney shot and killed Deputy Ricky Del Fiorentino before another deputy shot and killed Cheney. Police say when they found Cheney, he had 2 assault rifles and a double-barrel shotgun. An ABC affiliate out of San Francisco is reporting detectives from the Eugene Police Department are heading down to Mendocino County to continue their investigation. No word yet from the Eugene Police Department on their investigation. Eugene police have not confirmed that Cheney kidnapped the car's driver and are providing very little information about this carjacking and crime spree that ended in California. The department released a statement that the car was found earlier this evening, but did not provide any additional information.